The Suicide Squad was directed by James Gunn and is a rough reboot / sequel to the 2016 Suicide Squad movie. The Suicide Squad sees Harley Quinn with a new group of supervillains as they investigate what is known as Project Starfish on a South American island. As you can see, I'm wearing a nice shirt and tie today. I had a job interview about an hour ago, and I figured I may as well just keep the nice outfit on because The Suicide Squad is master class filmmaking. It's a movie I've been looking forward to for a very long time after a disappointing first entry for the Suicide Squad franchise in the DCEU. I was really ecstatic the moment that they announced that James Gunn, director of Guardians 1 and 2, would be helming the camera for this movie. And from the Suicide Squad start, I knew I was in for a treat because this is absolutely a top-tier DCEU entry. A lot of that does have to do with James Gunn's style. We have the soundtrack, the humor, the character development, as well as the colorful cast of characters. Because the cast is loaded from Viola Davis to Idris Elba to John Cena to Michael Rooker. This is one of 2021's best casts thus far. I just love everything about the movie's characters as well as the people who play these characters. John Cena, the man has cemented himself as an A-list Hollywood star ever since he appeared in Blockers in 2018. He's been on a roll. Idris Elba as Bloodsport puts on one of his best performances to date. We already know that Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn is the perfect choice for that character, and this might be her best performance thus far as that character. And how could I ever forget about Sylvester Stallone as King Shark in the Suicide Squad? This character is hilarious. He has some of the best lines in the movie. He's very strong, has a lot of exciting scenes, and he's a character you understand. Even though he's not a human being, you can still relate there because there are character traits that so many relatable characters have that he has in the film. The same goes for pretty much every character in the movie, just like we saw in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. We see it again here in the Suicide Squad. James Gunn develops movie characters better than anyone else in Hollywood right now. Who else out there could possibly make me care about somebody like Polka-Dot Man or Ratcatcher 2? I highly doubt there's anybody other than maybe Taika Waititi. Something that really disappointed me about Suicide Squad from 2016 was how the movie was rated PG-13. Luckily though, this Suicide Squad movie was handed an R rating, which is exactly what I always wanted. The action, the violence is everything I could ever ask for out of a Suicide Squad movie. Thankfully too, Warner pretty much let James Gunn take the script, write whatever the heck he wanted, and then put it on the screen. And in this movie, you can clearly see that this was all James Gunn's vision from beginning to end. He's somebody who's not afraid to offend people. He doesn't care what others think about his screenwriting. He just did whatever the heck he wanted to do with his script, and it all works. It would have been nice if maybe Disney allowed this for some of their directors back in the day, Star Wars, or even Warner for previous DCEU projects like Zack Snyder, for instance. When a studio does not get involved in a creator's work, that creator flourishes, and it shows here. So the Suicide Squad is an absolute blast. Anyone who loves movies like this will have a great time, whether you watch it at home on HBO Max or at the theater, but I do recommend you watch it at the theater. My main issue with the Suicide Squad is the middle. Once we catch back up on Harley Quinn and her part of the story, the movie slows down a lot. The opening is great, and even portions of the opening towards the middle of the movie are also a lot of fun. But then the film comes to a screeching halt when we reach Harley Quinn, and it doesn't start to pick up again until about 2/3 of the way through. So that's my one big problem with the Suicide Squad. The middle is slower paced in comparison to the first and third acts. Other than that, this movie is an absolute blast. I am giving the Suicide Squad an 84%. James Gunn has done it again. He's the king of blending moods, but not only do we have comedic elements in the Suicide Squad, which was expected, but we also have tear-jerking moments as well as some very intense scenes in the Suicide Squad, something that everyone can enjoy. Of course though guys, if you also have your thoughts on the Suicide Squad, if you saw it this weekend, be sure to let me down below in the comment section what your thoughts are of it. And do you think it's one of DC's best movies to date? Let me know. And as always, if you are new to my channel, click the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope you all have a fantastic day.